Thank you for your interest in the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County's funding opportunities. You have accessed the SurveyMonkey Apply tutorial, also known as SM Apply for short. Please keep in mind that this webinar only covers how to navigate SM Apply. SM Apply is the portal that all applicants use to submit their applications. We encourage you to participate in our other webinars. Our main webinars for all of our funding opportunities cover eligibility, the guidelines, and tips for how to submit a competitive proposal. Please ensure that you review those webinars as well. Thank you and enjoy.
So we do recommend using either Google Chrome or Firefox for best performance. In terms of accessing SM Apply, you can use either of the two links that are on the screen right now. These links are also in the guidelines and on our website. So if you go to our website and you go to the Wheaton Cultural Project Grants page, in the tab that says Application and Templates, you should see in big text something that says Ready to Apply. Click here to access the grants portal, and that will take you exactly where you need to go.
This is what the SM Apply homepage looks like. You will always see staff's contact info listed on the homepage just in case you have any questions.
If you are a returning user, or if you used to use our system, our old system, Fluid Review, you can actually use the same email and password without having to create a new account. If you are completely new to us, completely new to SM Apply, go ahead and click the register button and fill out all the required fields. Once you click create account, you should receive an email asking you to verify your email address. And once you do that, you should receive a follow-up email just confirming that your account has been verified. The reason this is important is because if you do not verify your email address as a new user, you will not have full access to the site, and you will in fact get this message at the top of your account that lets you know that your email address has not been verified, and it will prevent you from doing certain things such as submitting your application. So please make sure you follow all the steps of creating your account, again, if you're a new user. Just a few quick notes about account settings. All your account settings in the SM Apply site can be found by clicking on your name in the upper right-hand corner and then clicking on the option that says My Account. You have three different settings, which are your profile, notifications, and eligibility. In your profile, this is where you can change your name and your email, your phone number if necessary. Also make sure that your account is in the correct time zone. Notifications, we please ask that you keep the first and fourth notification preferences checked. We must be able to communicate with you through the portal. Really, it's great to have all these notification preferences on, but those middle two are up to you. The eligibility profile, this is something that all new users will be prompted to complete. Returning users, you've already done this once, so unless if there are any changes, you don't have to do it again. And this profile will basically just help sort out which open grant opportunities are relevant to you. So as a new user, you'll be prompted to do this. If you try to go look at our open programs, you'll be asked to complete this profile first. It's just one question, and it asks whether you're applying on behalf of an organization or group or as an individual artist or scholar. You can choose all options that apply. So for example, if you yourself are an individual scholar, but you also work for an organization and you anticipate writing grants on behalf of the organization and for yourself, you can choose both of those options. And if your situation changes, you can go into your account settings, make the change, save your profile, and it will update your preferences. So to look at our open programs, if you're a returning user, just click on the text that says programs in the upper right-hand corner. If you're a new user, your screen should look a lot like what's on my screen right now, and you can click on the green View Programs button. So find the one that's relevant to you, click on the green More button. You'll be taken to an overview page, and to get started, click on the green Apply button on the right-hand side. You will be prompted to name your application, so please enter your name as the applying individual, artist, or scholar, or the name of the group or organization that you're applying on behalf of, and click the green Create Application button. Once you do that, it'll take you to your submission homepage. So this is where you will see all of the required tasks for your FY23 Wheaton submission. When you first get started, there will only be one task available that says Start Here. And that is where you will select whether you are applying as an individual, organization, or group for this particular funding opportunity. So from here, I'm actually going to switch over into a demo, and we can just quickly go through the application together. So here I am signed into my test submission. I selected my category as an individual, so all the tasks shown on the screen are relevant to individual artists and scholars. So to get started on a task, just go ahead and click on the name. And you'll be taken to a screen where the task is on the majority of the right-hand side of the screen. However, you still have access to all of the tasks on the left-hand side of the screen. All required tasks are marked with an asterisk at the beginning of each task. And you'll also notice that some tasks are filled with a green circle and a white check mark, a half green circle, and a completely empty circle. And this will indicate which tasks are complete, in progress, and not started. So we do recommend that you start with the narrative. Again, just like the tasks, all required questions are also marked with an asterisk. And if you neglect to answer one of the required questions, for example, let's just take this one out, and you try to move on to the next page, it will tell you that there's something missing. And as you scroll down, it will tell you which question is missing an answer. So moving on to the next page, again, please just fill out all the required questions. Note that any questions with text responses do have a maximum character count. That character count will appear at the bottom of the text box, and it does include spaces. So for example, if I were to just type in a bunch of spaces, it does include those spaces as part of the total character count. So if you are working on your application in a Word document or a Google document, and you're trying to keep track of how long your answers are, please make sure that you're looking at the character count that includes spaces. Just quickly want to get to the budget section of the narrative. Please pay attention to all these instructions at the top of the project budget. They are important formatting instructions, as well as instructions for how to make sure that your budget is balanced. If you don't have any in-kind expenses, just please list NA through the top of line 1. And at the very bottom of your budget, please make sure that these 3 numbers match: your expenses, your income, and your total project cost. So if one of these numbers is off, please go back through your budget or go back to the beginning of your narrative where you entered the total project cost and make the proper adjustment. At the bottom of the last page of the narrative, instead of a next button, you will have a green mark as complete button. All required tasks in SM Apply will have a mark as complete button. Once you click this button, it will turn your task into an uneditable form, like a PDF essentially. If you do have any other changes that you'd like to make, click on the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, click Edit, it will take you to the last page of the narrative, which is the project budget. So if you'd like to get to any of the previous pages, please use the previous button at the bottom of the form. Do not use the back button on your browser because that will take you somewhere else. So use the previous and the next buttons at the bottom of the forms to navigate through multiple pages. And again, once you're done with any of your changes, you must go to the last page and click that Mark as Complete button. If any tasks that are required are not marked as complete, you will not be able to submit your application. If all tasks are marked as complete and you neglect to click the Submit button, we also cannot accept your application. I'll talk about the Submit button a little bit in a little bit. Moving on to an upload task. If you get this pop-up, it just means that you filled out this task before. It'll tell you when you filled it out, and you're more than welcome to reuse those files. If you'd like to upload a new file, just click Cancel and attach your new file. Like I mentioned, all tasks have a Mark as Complete button, including upload tasks. So once you're done, go ahead and click that Mark as Complete button. And very much like the narrative, if you want to edit this after clicking Mark as Complete, you'll use these three dots in the corner, click Edit, make your change, and then click Mark as Complete yet again. Moving on to the work samples. Please read these instructions at the top carefully. Takinia went over them earlier during this presentation, and all this information is also in the guidelines. Here you have the option to attach files, and you also have the option to link to a video. However, this feature only works with YouTube and Vimeo links. So if you have a link to a video on a different website, we ask that you please paste that link into a PDF and upload the PDF. Here I have two samples that I've already uploaded. One of them is a PDF. If I click on it, I'll be able to preview it, just like so. If I'd like to remove it for any reason, I can click on these three dots to the side and remove. I've also uploaded a link to video to YouTube. Again, when I click on it, I can preview what the video is. And if I'd like to edit it for any reason, again, using the three dots, I can click Edit. And here I can either change the link, change the name, or change the description. The description is crucial because we only allow 5 minutes of video. So please, in the description, insert what is relevant to the panel, what they should pay attention to. So again, just gonna mark as complete. Just quickly touching on the reporting data, this is not related to your Wheaton application whatsoever. This is a form that corresponds with our reporting obligations, something that our funders ask of us. So please just do your best in filling out this form. If you are a current FY23 grantee and there are no changes, you can go ahead and indicate that and you don't have to fill it out again. If you have any questions about this form, please reach out to staff and we'd be happy to help you. And last but not least, we have the checklist and signature. The checklist is more for your own reference to make sure that you've completed all the required tasks. However, more importantly, we have the signature at the bottom. This must be completed before you'll be able to submit your application. And with that, just going to go back to my submission homepage. You'll see that all the required tasks are completed and the submit button is now available for me to click. When I go to click the submit button, it'll just ask me to confirm that I'm ready to do so. And once I click submit, I should receive an email within a few minutes, just confirming that the application has been received. If you do not receive an email, please reach out to staff as soon as you can, and we can confirm on our end whether or not the application has been received. Something that's interesting about SM Apply is that you can continue to edit your application even after you have submitted. And you can do this up until the date and time of the deadline. So if I were to go to my applications, and if I were to find the FY23 Wheaton box, right here, it already says submitted. I can click on view. It'll take me to my submission homepage. And from here, I can click on any of these tasks. And because they are marked as complete, I'll have to use the 3 dots in the corner, click edit, make my change, whatever it may be, and then click mark as complete again without having to click submit again. So if you've already submitted, you have extra changes, you forgot to upload that one document, you're more than welcome to do so. Go back into your application, make the change. Just make sure that you save any of your changes and make sure that you do so before the application deadline. Unfortunately, we cannot accept late applications. We cannot accept applications that are complete but not submitted. So please make sure that you get that email and that you click that submit button.
We do hope that this SM Apply tutorial has been helpful. If you do have any additional questions, please do not hesitate to contact staff with any questions you may have before the application deadline passes. Thank you, and we look forward to reviewing your proposals.